Okay, welcome everybody. I am super excited to be here with you guys tonight. My name is Ashley Walmer and I am a founding circle member with Emrys. If you are on my team, huge welcome and shout out to you guys, but we also open these calls up to everybody in the company just so that everybody feels like they're getting loved on, they feel like they're getting attention from field leadership. We highlight different leaders, so you can definitely put this in the timer on your, or put it in your calendar on your phone, and make sure you hop on every single Monday night. If you can't hop on live, they are always recorded and put on my YouTube channel if you want to follow along later. So we are going to get started with some announcements and fun stuff because there's so many fun, exciting things happening right now in June. You're going to want to make sure if you are on my team, if you're on Ignite, and you participated in the bingo contest in May, I'm going to draw the winner at the very end of this, okay? So make sure you guys stay on till the end. So the biggest announcement that happened, well, first of all, before we go into announcements, you guys, this is a new month. It is June 1st. I get really giddy anytime there's a fresh start, a do-over, whether it's a new day. You know, God says he renews his mercies every single day. And so it's just always an exciting thing to wake up and have it be a new day and a new week and a new month. You guys killed it last month, like absolutely killed it. On our team, we had our biggest month. Black Friday, so November, just beat us just a little bit, but I'm not even counting that because it was Black Friday and there was sales and all the things, but like organically, we just killed it and had so much crazy momentum. I'm calling it like the biggest month to date. It is absolutely crazy insane. And so I'm just so proud of you guys, so proud of the effort, so proud of all of the bonuses that you guys are earning, the paychecks that you guys are earning. It is just incredible to watch you guys run after your dreams and go get it. And so when we transitioned from May to June, I had no idea if there were going to be any specials or anything. I honestly, what I was telling people is like, they're probably not. You need to jump in now in May because there's probably not going to be anything in June. And so I was absolutely floored when Aspen announced this morning the June kit specials. So anybody that enrolls in the month of June, okay, not last night was May, and so the May kit specials are for May. Anybody that enrolls today through June 31st or June 30th, at whatever the end of the month is, at the $199, $499, or $999, okay? So when you enroll somebody at those, after they enroll, when they get their first 2 VIPs in their first 7 days, they're going to receive 25 e-points. You're also going to receive 25 e-points as the enroller, as the sponsor. But here's the cool thing. It doesn't have to be just the first 2. For every 2 VIPs that they enroll in their first 7 days, they're going to receive 25 e-points, okay? So let's play a game. If somebody enrolls 4 VIPs in their first 7 days, how many e-points do they have? 50. If they enroll 6, how many e-points do they have? 75, right? So every 2 VIPs in that first 7 days, they're going to get an additional 25 e-points. Now, here's the kicker. I call this the Brooke Bishop special, right? Because this is what Brooke Bishop did. She enrolled and got like 8 VIP customers her first week, and she went exec her first week in her first 7 days. So when you go exec in your first 7 days in the business, or when you enroll someone and they go executive the first 7 days in their business, corporate is going to give that person 100 e-points, okay? That is incredible, you guys. Whatever kit they enroll with, just know that, you know, especially like the $199, right? They're getting 3 products. They're getting the Renew, the Vita, and the Synergy. And so many people are like, oh, I want the tea. Well, let's go get you 2 customers so you can go get the tea. Okay, you want 4 bags of tea? You're going to have to just maybe enroll 4 to 6 customers. So it's a great way for them, or maybe they want to try the skincare, to go on a shopping spree, stock up on some products that maybe they didn't get in their kit that they can start using to develop a story, because we all know being a product of the product is so important, okay? We're going to dig into kind of how to use this kit in just a little bit. The next thing I want to tell you guys, if you don't already have it on your calendar, this Saturday, June 6th, from noon to 1:30 Eastern time, we are doing a leadership summit. This is going to be field led. Aspen will be popping on, maybe Eileen, I think, but we have picked a few different people to speak that are moving and shaking right now. They have just recently promoted, so what they are doing is working. Or they are somebody that is just killing it with customer sales, enrollments. We looked at so many different things, you guys, when we picked the leadership council that is speaking, but you are going to want to tune in because it is people that are moving and shaking and going to be giving you guys tips and tricks that are working for them in their business, and they are willing to share those with you. So it's free. It's a free event. You're going to go to emrysevents.com to register. Just quickly go there. You put your first name, last name, and email, and you're good to go. And then the link will be sent to you on how you actually get in on Saturday. All right. So the next thing I wanted to say before we move in is rank advancement bonuses, you guys, end July 16th. So I know if you've been with us a while, you're like, yep, we know, but there's so many brand new people. So there's so many incredible rank advancements with our company, and you can go all the way to the top and earn all of them. They are paid out in a one lump sum, which is awesome, but we have 7 weeks right now to earn that. So let's talk about 2x2 to success, okay? Some of you guys have heard me talk about this. I did a Zoom a couple weeks ago that kind of broke down this system, is what I'm calling it. This is the system that we are starting to use on our team to get duplication happening and going. So 2x2 to success. So you join as a brand ambassador. Somebody joins as a brand ambassador. So they're brand new, right? Step 1, enroll 2 VIP customers. Step 2, enroll 2 brand ambassadors. Step 3, duplicate. You now teach your 2 brand ambassadors to go do step 1 and step 2. You guys, it's that simple. So when you're onboarding somebody and you're bringing somebody on into this business with you, you're going to tell them, look, we're going to do 2x2 to success. So what that means is step 1, you're going to go enroll 2 VIP customers. And as soon as you're done with that, or while you're doing that, you're also going to enroll 2 brand ambassadors. Then once we get those 2 brand ambassadors on board, we're just going to duplicate that over. It's so simple. It's so easy. And if you guys can fully grasp everything that they just put out for us in June with these kit specials, your newbie is going to earn 150 in e-points and a $50 bonus if they do this 2x2 to success. I mean, you guys, that's leverage right there. When you're talking to potentials and you're talking to somebody about Emrys, about this business, just saying, you guys, like, you need to check this out. You need to check out what I'm doing. Like, you're getting a way better deal than I did when I enrolled. When you get started right now, I'm going to help you earn $150 in shopping spree that you can go buy whatever you want. And I'm going to help you earn a $50 bonus in the next 7 days. How does that sound? If somebody were to tell you that they're going to give you a $150 shopping spree and a $50 bonus, how would that sound? Good. That's how that sounds, right? And so 2x2 to success, you guys, is so incredible right now with June because of what they've given us to help get people points and money in their hands fast, right? People sometimes need to sit and watch. If you join and you're like, man, why isn't my best friend or why isn't my sister jumping on board? Sometimes you just need to kind of watch and see how it's going for you. See if you're going to stick with it. Well, when you can announce in the first 7 days that you've earned $150 in shopping spree product credit and you've already earned a $50 bonus, the proof is in the pudding, you guys. It's right there. You want to do this for your team so it duplicates throughout your organization, okay? We want to teach our brand new people to do this so that it's going to start rippling, and everybody that joins their business after them is going to duplicate what they did. It's going to help them recruit. It's going to help them create momentum, and it's going to help you create an organization of duplication. All right. So I think a lot of times things that I've been hearing right now, And you guys can throw it in the chat if you've ever felt this way, because I know I have in previous companies, and I know I've heard this throughout, a few people. They're like, well, I just got started, and I kind of want to get my feet wet. I kind of want to get my bearings before I bring anybody else on. Or I just got started. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I wouldn't be able to help anybody. I wouldn't be able to coach anybody. Have any of you guys felt that way in Emrys, or had felt that way before, that maybe you don't want to bring a brand ambassador on right away in the beginning because you don't know what to do? You guys, KISS. Keep it simple, Sally. You guys know I like the word Sally. All right, I use that in all, like, whenever I'm like, yeah, Sally. Okay, so keep it simple, Sally. You guys, it's 2x2 to success. If you just got started today and you're feeling like, well, I don't know how to onboard people. I wouldn't know what training looks like. Like, I'm still getting trained. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody until I feel like I fully know how to answer every question. No way. We're just going to keep it simple, right? You're going to start just telling people, hey, these are the products I'm using. I'd love for you to be one of my very first customers. It means so much to me to support me. Hey, best friend, you know what? I'd love for you to take a look at what I'm doing. I just got started in this. I'm super excited. I don't know if it would be something that interests you, but like, you should take a look at what I'm doing, right? It's that simple, you guys. So keep it simple for people. Don't overcomplicate it. I know for me, like, when I first joined this industry, man, a couple years ago, my story. I've been in since I was 19, but when I really decided I was going to do this and go big, I remember when I first got in, I was like, okay, well, I don't really know very many people. And my sponsor was like, well, do you have like a sister or a friend or a neighbor? I was like, yeah, I have a sister and I have a friend and I have a neighbor. I also might have a cousin and I have a couple more friends. And she's like, well, perfect. We're just going to go talk to them. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, we're just going to go talk to them. And then I was like, well, but what do I say? Okay. So the whole what do I say thing is where you let your sponsor help you. You don't have to know what to say. It's okay. We got you. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to help you. We're going to allow you to duplicate it. Okay. So when you bring somebody on right now during this 2x2 to success, because here's the thing, you guys, if you've been in for a year like me, go do 2x2 this week. You yourself go get 2 customers and 2 brand ambassadors. Yeah, you're not going to get a $50 bonus because you might already be executive. Or yeah, you're past your 7 days. You might not get the E points. But you guys, do this challenge with me, because you're going to create so much massive amounts of momentum and activity in your business if you commit to doing 2x2 this week by Thursday. All right. So when you're bringing somebody on, keep it simple. Step 1, 2, 3. Help them enroll 2 customers, help them enroll 2 brand ambassadors, and then help them duplicate that with their people. So you, as the enroller, you have 2 jobs. You're going to give them goals and you're going to help them what to say. So the goals, when you bring somebody on, it's just going to say, okay, your goal, Amy, it's to get 2 VIP customers in the next 24 to 48 hours. Like, let's make a list. Who do you know? Let's start talking to people right now. I'm going to help you with the post, and I'm going to help you with what to say. Okay. But Amy's not going to know what to do. Most people, when they join, they don't instinctively know, like, oh, this is what I need to do, right? So you give them a goal. Say, okay, I'm going to help you gather 2 customers within the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, step 1, check. As soon as they're done with that, all right, now I'm going to give you a goal. Let's go talk to a couple people. Do you have like a friend and a sister? Do you have a brother? Do you have a coworker? Do you have a neighbor? And you're going to help them get 2 brand ambassadors in their first 7 days. Now, here's the caveat I have for you. Help them do it by Thursday. Okay, Thursday is the end of the pay week. They're going to get that shout out. Even though, so if somebody joins today, it's Monday, they technically have 7 days, but you as the enroller plant those seeds of like, hey, I'd love to give you that shout out by Thursday and have you get that paycheck this week. And so we can say you did it in your first week. How cool would that be? If they don't get it and they need, they do it over the weekend and they need the full 7 days, that's okay. But I like to give them goals and plant those seeds, okay? You guys know we had Brooke Bishop on here a couple weeks ago, and she was kind of telling her story of how she went executive in her first 7 days. But you guys, that's exactly what she did, okay? As the leaders, Sarah and I were helping her go, hey, you've already got 1 brand ambassador. It's Wednesday. yeah, you might have somebody sign up on Friday, but let's see what would happen. Maybe you could enroll somebody by Thursday and you'd go executive, right? And she's like, oh, okay, I think maybe I could do that. You guys, it wasn't complicated. She didn't even have her products yet. Her kit hadn't came. She was coachable and she let us help her with verbiage and what to say. And we gave her goals, and then she, had direction and started running after those. So let your enroller help you. You guys want to create a culture on your team that this is what we do. We do 2x2 and we go executive in 7 days. Everybody's doing it. I mean, everybody's doing it. Look at this person over there. They're doing it and they're doing it. If you can start to create a culture on your team where everybody's doing it, it's just what you do, right? Nobody's ever going to think it's hard because it's what everybody is doing. And you've created a duplicatable system where you're doing step 1, enroll 2 customers. Step 2, enroll 2 brand ambassadors. Then we're just going to help them do that same thing. Do you guys feel like, okay, this is simple? Like, I feel like I can do this. Like, I feel like if I bring somebody on, yep, I can help them go get 2 customers, and yep, I can help them go get 2 brand ambassadors. It is not a complicated thing, okay? So now let's talk a little bit about recruiting, okay? And more importantly, messaging. So we have 7 weeks left to hit these bonuses. Now, I know most of you have your eyes set on not just 1, but 2 or 3 bonuses. Maybe you're getting started right now and you're like, man, it'd be awesome if I could go executive and 1-star and 2-star executive, right? And claim as many bonuses. We have lots of people that have already claimed bonuses. I believe our team has claimed over 10,000 in these bonuses already. Yeah, I'm seeing in the chat, like Tammy Evans just went director a couple weeks ago. She wants 1-star director. So we have 7 weeks to go get this done, right? A lot of times when you're looking at that goal and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I just hit this big goal. I just hit all this volume. How in the world am I going to double that to hit my next goal, right? We're just going to simplify it. We're just going to take that goal and say we work in a 4-week roll. So we need 4 weeks to go get that volume to start adding up. I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. So we have the next 2 or 3 weeks to go ramp up our recruiting. If we need to double the volume, we need double the people on my team doing work. So let's just, you guys, commit to the next 2 or 3 weeks of recruiting, going on a mad recruiting mode of bringing people into your business and into your organization so you have more manpower, right? You have more people on your team that are all working to bring in the volume that you need. It's not going to be scary and daunting. Yeah, right now, if you're looking at how much volume is in your 4-week roll and you need to double that and you're like, how is this ever going to happen? It's going to happen. We just need more people to make that, to go get that done. So it's time to just double your efforts, you guys, and double your team, right? So what do you want to be by July 16th? Like I said, we've got 3 weeks for you to kind of set yourself up to run those last 4 weeks towards your big goal and make that happen. All right. So, the thing I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about is how to message and how to talk to people and what that looks like. Recruiting like a pro. Recruiting, you guys, is part art and it's part science. Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard Aspen say that. I remember the very first time I met Aspen, it was one of the things that she used to say. And I was like, what do you mean it's part art and part science? Like, I didn't know we were in school. I thought we were in a network marketing company, So the art part of network marketing is what to say. It's what your posts look like. It's what the scripts look like. It's when you're in person, the language that you're using, how you're talking to people. That's the art part, okay? The science part of recruiting is the numbers. It's having more people's eyes on what you've got going on. It's how many people are you talking to, right? So many times when I'm in coaching calls with people and they're like, can't get anybody to join me. And I'm like, okay, well, how many people are you talking to? Well, I talked to 2 people over the last 5 months. That might be where we need to start. We might just need to talk to more than 2 people, right? So that's the science part. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's talk about the art. Let's talk about the language that we're using, how we're talking to people. So this is how I feel about scripts, you guys. Scripts are one of those things that it's kind of like, kind of a weird word. We don't like them. Lots of people we call them even conversation starters on the album and our team page. But They work because it gives you a basis of what to go off of. Okay. So when your sponsor or your enroller gives you a script, it's just, you can look at it, you can figure out the pieces that work for you, but it's a place to start. Okay. So when you're looking for something to say, use the scripts in the team page because it's at least an example of something that you can work with to send. Those examples work. I mean, even if you didn't change anything, what are in there works. So don't feel like so yucky about the word script. Like I said, I don't love the word itself because it kind of feels like, oh, people are copying, pasting, and sending this message to 50 people. No, that's not what we're doing. We're giving you guys a basis of an example of what you could send that you can change that a little bit. So let's talk about some basics for contacting. One, you want to create urgency when you're talking to somebody. You want to make them feel special. So what I mean by that is if you're new or if you're starting out right now and you've been in this a year like me, right? When I'm talking to somebody and I say, hey, oh my gosh, Sally, we need to chat. Like there's so much and crazy momentum going on in our team right now. I want you to do this with me. Like, have you ever thought about making a little bit of extra income, right? You're creating urgency. You're making them feel special. You're reaching out to somebody like your best friend and saying, okay, I've been doing this for a year now and you're still not in this with me. Why? I want you. If I could do this business with anybody, like it would be you. You would be so good at this. You guys, when I'm talking to you individually, you tell me all of these things about your friends. You're like, oh my gosh, my best friend, my sister, my this, my coworker, they're awesome. They would do so good in this business. And you list out all the reasons why. Have you told them those things that you're saying about them? First of all, it's a nice thing to do. When you're talking nice about somebody, just tell them, right? But outside of that, it's going to make them feel special. Even if it's not something for them, you just planted a good seed, right? We need to spread all of the goodness and the joy in the world that we possibly can. And so you've planted a seed that you can then go back to and water later. All right. So basics for contacting: create urgency, make them feel special. 2, voice audio when you can. Okay. Send a voice audio because why? It doesn't look like a script. Right? You could be sending the most genuine message to your best friend ever and reading a paragraph. She might sit there and go, did she just send this to like 4 other people too? And it makes them not feel special. Okay. So when you send a voice audio, sometimes it's not even about hearing the excitement in your voice. It's a guaranteed they're going to click play, right? If it's on Facebook, you know how you can kind of like see the first words that pop up? They can't do that on a voice audio. They have to hit play, right? So one, it's a guarantee that your message is going to get heard. They're not feeling like this just got sent to 17 people because you sent it to them and you use their name. And 3, the other reason why I love voice audios is they can feel the excitement and the energy in your voice. If I just got started today, okay, and I sent a message to Jenny and I said, hi, Jenny, how are you? I am so excited. I need to talk to you. When do you have 5 minutes? Blah, 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 right? Like, or if I was like, oh my gosh, Jenny, okay, here's the deal. We need to chat. When do you have 5 minutes? I need to call you. Something huge just happened. Like my life just changed overnight. We need to chat, right? Like she's like, what the heck is going on? And it's a exciting, oh my gosh, I need to call Ashley. I need to talk to Ashley right now. Like something's up, something's happening. There's a difference between a voice audio and reading. Even something that is exciting can sound boring and dull if you're just reading it, right? Okay, the next basic for contacting is when you're talking to somebody, you want to know what their why and what is. What I mean by that is you want to know why they would want to do Emrys and what they're going to use the money for, okay? So let's just say I'm contacting my friend Wanda and I say, oh my gosh, okay, Wanda, you need to take a look at this business. She's like, I'm down. I want some more info. I've been watching you for a little bit. I'm not saying yes, but like, I at least want to find out a little bit more. Okay, perfect. I give her some details about Emrys, but at some point in the conversation, I want to say to her, okay, Wanda, I'm just curious. Why would you want to do this? What are you like, what is this extra money going towards? Like, why is this something, why does extra income, what would that do for you? What would an extra $500 do for you? Wanda's going to say something along the lines of like, oh my gosh, $500, it would do so much. It would pay for my kids' daycare. It would pay for groceries. It would help us be able to give back more. It would XYZ. It would allow me to start saving for my kids' college. You know, whatever it is that she says, I'm going to know what that is for a couple of reasons. One, it helps you seal the deal later. Okay. When Wanda starts giving me the runaround and she's like, nah, I don't know. And maybe she's ghosting me and, you know, all of these things that happen in all of our conversations, I'm able to go back to Wanda and say, hey, I know a couple weeks ago when we talked, you said, you know, $500 would really, you know, be helpful for you. It would help, you know, pay for groceries. Did you find a different way? Did you pick up a second job? She's going to be like, well, no. Okay. So you now know that she still needs this business. She still needs that extra $500. She's just scared. Okay. That leads me into overcoming objections because most people want to do what we're doing. Okay. I firmly believe that. Most people want to make an extra income. Most people are not going to be mad if extra money is getting deposited into their bank account, right? So who do you know right now that wouldn't want an extra $500 deposited into their bank account? I can't list anybody. Where people don't get started and where people don't join you is their fear, okay? Their objection. I tried something like that before and it didn't work. I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't have the money. I don't know if I'd be any good at it. Whatever it is, right? Like I'm so busy. I just don't know if I can add one more thing to my plate. Oh, it's just not the right time in my life, right? All of those things are happening and those are objections. So some of you guys have heard me say this before, but my favorite part about any conversation is as soon as they give me the objection. Because I know in my heart of hearts, every single person has one. I had one. Think of you when you joined. What were all the excuses that you gave yourself or all the excuses that you gave your enroller before you actually enrolled? So if you had objections, don't you think that a majority of people that you're going to talk to have them too, right? But you still got in. You still said yes. You're still sitting on a Zoom right now. And so remember that feeling of what it felt like when you were scared or when you had that objection. And just know it's coming. They're gonna give you an objection. Very few people ever. I've had one my entire time in network marketing where I said to her, hey, do you want to do this with me? And she's like, yep, sign me up. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that was easy, right? That's never happened to me. One time, that's it. Most people, it's a process that they have to work through. But here's the deal. When you can get comfortable with the fact that they're going to give you an objection, you're like, game on. Now we have a real conversation. Oh, you're scared? Perfect. Now you can talk to them about what their fear is. You can help them. You can relate to them. You can talk about your fears and have a real conversation with them. All right. The next basics for contacting you guys is everybody pretty much has the same questions. How do you get paid? What does it look like? What do you do? What's the company? What's the product? All of those things are questions that pretty much every single person is going to ask. If you go into Ignite, we have a photo album called Conversation Starters or Scripts. One of the pictures says questions that potential brand ambassadors ask. If you look in the comments, it will tell you exactly how to answer them, okay? I think that a lot of times people don't message because they don't know how to answer questions. So let's just take the guesswork out of it and give you guys the answers that they're gonna ask for. All you need to do is either copy paste them and you can edit them, or send a screenshot to your enroller and let us help you. And that's the last thing I was gonna tell you guys with basics for contacting is let your enroller help you, okay? Send screenshots, put people in three-way messages. It is my favorite way. Not everybody's going to watch a video. Unless they've been in network marketing before, 90% of the time, they're not going to watch a video. They are not going to take 20, 15, 30, an hour out of their day that they already feel like is crazy busy to sit down and watch a video that they have no idea how it's going to add value to their life, okay? So instead of losing someone because they're not going to watch a video, some people do. Videos work for lots of great people. But if you're feeling like, oh, they didn't watch the video, they're not watching the video. If you've sent them a video and they're ghosting you, I guarantee it's because they haven't watched it and they're just not ready to tell you, I haven't watched the video yet, because they feel bad, right? So instead of losing that person and losing that conversation, get them in a 3-way message chat with your upline. Say, hey, I know you were interested in this. I want to make sure that you get your questions asked. I want to make sure that you get some info. I'm actually going to start a 3-way message chat with my friend Ashley. She's one of my mentors. She's going to help answer some of these questions for you. She's great. She's awesome. You know, talk about me a little bit so she doesn't feel like, who's this random person, or whoever your upline is. Talk about that person. And again, you guys, there's a script of how to do that in our team page. Use those scripts. They work. If you've never looked at them, take 5 minutes, go through the conversation starters. You guys can even save your favorite ones into a note on your phone so you can easily access them. Okay. Next thing about the art part of recruiting. And this training, you guys, this Zoom's going to go a little bit longer. Okay. I know it's 9:30 and we try to stick to them for 30 minutes, but I really wanted to just kind of get into some basics of recruiting, since so many of you guys have big goals and we need to double our teams, right? So the next thing I wanted to talk about is making the ask. So many of you, and I'm going to use Danielle Butts as an example. She's on here tonight. She was talking to a girlfriend of hers for a couple of weeks. She got her, Jordan, if Jordan's on here, shout out to you, girlfriend. She got Jordan on the phone with both Aspen and I, and Jordan was scared, like most of us are, right? She was scared she wasn't going to succeed in this, and so it kind of held her back. And it got to a point where, you know, Danielle felt like she wanted to do this. She was just scared. And I said, well, did you just ask her and just say, well, let's just get you in. I know you're scared. Let's just get you in. I'm going to be here. I promise you I'm going to help you. Guess what? She enrolled. Okay. Jordan was probably not just going to randomly go to Danielle's website one day. Danielle was not going to just wake up to her making that decision. Danielle kind of had to lead her through that. Most people need to be led to this decision. If you're not making the ask, and what I mean by that is literally texting them and saying, let's get you in. I'm opening up my computer right now. Let's just do this. I know you're scared. I know it happened to me, but let's do this. I want to help you get that $150 shopping spree, and I want to help you get that $50 bonus in the next 7 days. Let's make it happen. Okay. When you're leading that conversation, you guys, most people are going to be, okay, I'm just going to do what you do, right? You're telling them what to do. People follow suit. Okay. So make the ask. Next tip before we talk about the science. Every single time that you guys are getting ready to enroll a VIP customer, okay, whether they say yes and they're going to go to your website, or you're getting their information and you're getting ready to put them in, every single time, here is one huge tip that will grow your guys' business. Do not be so desperate that you got somebody to say yes that you just get them in as a VIP customer. I want you to plant the seed of a brand ambassador. And what I mean by that is, if I'm texting with somebody and they're like, okay, Ash, yeah, I'm on board. I want a bag of tea, you know, and I'm getting their order, and I'm like, perfect. You can either go to my website and order, or I can throw it in for you. I'm on my computer right now. Is that easier? They're like, yeah, that's easier. And I get their information. Okay. Before I actually go to it and enter it, I'll say to her, okay, Amber, I just want to throw this out there because obviously you're getting started as a VIP customer. You're going to love the products. You're going to get 20% off. You can totally do that. But instead of spending money, have you ever thought of doing something like what I do and making money? Does extra income interest you? Okay. If she says, well, I just want to get started as a VIP, that's okay. You've at least planted that seed. You can definitely get them in as a VIP customer, but you guys don't know how many times that conversation has led to a brand ambassador actually enrolling right there on the spot when they're like, well, yeah, actually, it's just a little bit more than I was already going to spend anyways. And you're right. Instead of just spending money, maybe I could make a little bit of money, right? And you're planting that seed. Water it, water it, water it. If they just enroll as a VIP customer, you guys, make sure you're going back to your VIP customers. They make the best brand ambassadors. Why? Because they're obsessed with the products. They just start talking to people about the products because they've been using them and they're getting results. Instead of you making money, you could make money. and they could make money, right? You are leaving so much money on the table if you are not talking to your VIP customers about joining your business, okay? All right, guys, let's talk about the science part of recruiting for a little bit. So the science part for me is definitely, it's all about how many people you're talking to. If you want to enroll 3 brand ambassadors this month, like whatever your goal is, I'd love for you guys to throw it in the chat. Like, what's your goal? How many brand ambassadors do you guys want to enroll in June? Okay. If you want to enroll 1, if you want to enroll 3, you're going to have to talk to way more than just 3 people. My percentage, like my ratio, is about 1 in 3. If I want 3 new brand ambassadors, I've got to be in 30 conversations with people. And that's not just sending a, hey girl, do you want to take a look at my business, and them never responding. That's 30 people actually looking at Emrys, me having conversations with them watching a video, them getting on the Discover Emrys, 30 people taking a look at Emrys, okay? Not just 30 messages. I have a 1 in 10 close ratio, all right? So it is all about how many people that you want to. You cannot control how many people enroll. You can't control how many people say yes, right? But you can control how many people that you're talking to. That is the only thing that you can control. And guess what? The numbers are in your favor. You just might have to go talk to more people. And if that kind of makes you sick to your stomach and throw up in your mouth a little bit, I've been there. It's okay. I want you to text your enroller right now and say that. Tell them, say, okay, the thought of like sending messages to like 30 people, if my goal is 3, makes me sick. Like, I need some help. All right. We can't help you. We can't coach you unless we know how to. Okay. Unless you raise your hand and you be the squeaky wheel and say, I need help. I need help. I'm scared about this. Okay. We can help walk you through what that looks like, but we got to know where to start. We got to know where to dig in. All right. So, all right, let me get off of the chat because I'm 3, 5, 2. Love all these numbers, you guys. All right. So the other thing that I want to tell you guys, and you might have heard this before, but I think it's so, a lot of times when we're seeing, like, I just did a shout out on our team page today for like top enrollers. A lot of times, like when you see other people enrolling and hitting ranks, you're like, oh man, like that's not me. And it makes you start to like self-doubt. Here's the thing. We all have a deck of cards, meaning we all have the same fair chance of going VP at Emrys, right? Some people, we all have 52 decks of cards, right? And if there's 4 aces in there, but there's also 4 3s and 4 2s and 4 7s, some people just flip over their aces right away, right? Some people just might flip over an Erin Austin or a Tammy Evans or a Melissa Flores or a Sarah Levenberg or a Wanda or a Jenny. I'm like looking at you guys, right? Some people might just flip over their ace right away in the beginning. It might take you a year to get your ace, but guess what? Once you got them, you run, right? But you got to be the runner till you find that runner. All right. You got to be the one that's willing to put in the work until you find somebody else just like you. That's the cool thing, you guys. If you're like, man, I need a runner. I can't wait till a runner comes into my business. Like, when's a runner going to just like drop on my lap? The runner is the banker that you just gave money to and deposited your check to. The runner is the girl at the grocery store that you were chatting it up because her daughter looked cute while you guys were waiting to, check out. The runner is your best friend from high school that you're too scared to talk to. The runner is the person just like you out there, because if you said yes to this, there are other people just like you that are going to say yes to this too. You just have to make the ask. And guess what? Just like the science part, you can flip those cards faster. If you want to talk to 30 people, you can do 1 a day, you can do 1 a week, or you can do 1 in an hour, or, talk to 30 people in an hour. That is up to you. That's up to your schedule. That's up to how much work you want to put in, but it is the same amount of work. You just get to decide how long you're going to drag it out or how fast you're going to do it and how fast you want to get to those aces. I want to get to more aces faster, right? I want to talk to people now. I would rather my aces join right now and I get to run with them for my entire career, Emrys, versus years later, right? So the analogy that I always think of, you guys, is the whole 3 feet from gold. How many of you have seen that picture? I'm going to try to pull it up real quick. It is one of my favorites. I literally have it saved in my favorites on my phone because I need to look at it. From time to time, it is something that I need to be reminded of. How many of you guys have seen this? Okay, look at this guy at the top. He is just chugging along and he's so much further from those diamonds. This guy was right there and he gave up. If he literally would have just dug maybe 2 more times, diamonds all over the place, right? This is that 3 feet from gold analogy. Right when you guys are feeling discouraged, I want you to remember this. If a no makes you question yourself, if a no discourages you, if it's a bad day, whatever it is, remember you are literally 3 feet from gold. You are right there on the edge of a breakthrough. But if you give up now, you're never going to get there, right? And so whatever it is in life in general, when you know you're struggling or frustrated, that is where the breakthrough is going to happen. You just got to keep going. You got to push through it. You got to grit your teeth. You got to do it frustrated. You got to do it scared because you're right there. And as soon as you break through that glass ceiling, as soon as you get that person, as soon as you get that ace, as soon as you break through that struggle that you're going through, right? The amount of joy and pride and just self-accomplishment and excitement and gratitude that you're going to feel is just so overwhelming. But if you quit on yourself and give up, or maybe just give into the fear, maybe just give into the disappointment, or let the frustration go past a day into a week and have it ruin an entire week for you, it like eats you up. You guys, I would rather feel joy and excitement and happiness, right? We all have a bad day. We all have it or whatever. Give yourselves 30 seconds. Bitch, whine mode, whatever. BMW moment. Sorry for swearing. You guys get them. Get them. Use them. Get over them though. Okay? Move past it because you are all right there 3 feet from gold. All right. The other part of the science part, you guys, is expanding your network. Okay? How many people you're talking to, but how many eyes are on your posts and how many people are you coming into contact with? If you are not growing your network every single day, you are doing your business a disservice. You want more eyes on your stuff, more things out there. Also, if you're not utilizing social media, it's okay. You don't have to. I'm not telling you guys you have to. We can all grow our businesses in different ways. We can do in person. We can do expos, all these things. Social media is just a place where when I walk out my front door, I only have access to the people that I come in contact with. But when I pick up this guy, I have access to millions of people all over the world. So I have a better chance of when I'm posting and adding to my story that more people outside of just the people I know, friends and family, are going to see my stuff, relate to my stuff, right? The other part of science is ask for referrals. If you guys are using social media, I'm loving all the pop-up post things that you guys are doing. You're having other people post for you and it's opening up their network. I know Tamara Toof is like the referral queen. She's so good at asking for referrals. Sometimes it can be a scary thing, you guys, but it's only scary if you say it's scary, right? Just like this business is only hard if you say it's hard. If it's simple, if you're telling, it's so simple. Somebody just said that this business isn't for me. Simply asking them and saying, hey, no problem. I'm curious. Do you have anybody else in your life that you think maybe would be interested in extra income? I'm, expanding a team in this area and I'd love to help somebody. That's not scary. That's easy. That's simple, right? All right. So we're going to end this by giving you guys a challenge. All right. So I am going to challenge you, each and every one of you. You don't have to do this. If you are ready to experience massive amounts of growth and momentum in your business, this is something that I have done in the past and something I am starting tomorrow. Okay. It is called a 30-day contacting push. I know that I have a goal to hit 3-star director and earn a $15,000 bonus by July 16th. I also know I have to double my efforts, double my team, double my volume. I am naive if I think it's just going to happen. It's not going to just happen. I have to make it happen, right? And so I have to get into massive amounts of activity and massive amounts of talking to people now, get in tons of people now, get them started on the 2x2 to success. So that way, when I'm in that 4-week run to hit 3-star director, it's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen, right? So this is a challenge that I've done. You are going to pick a number, whether it's 20, 50, 100, 200, whatever your number is, you're going to pick a number that's you can easily divide by 10, okay? Don't pick like 7. So pick a number you can divide by 10. You're going to pick a number. You are going to get a notebook, or if you want a calendar, you can get a calendar. I like to do a notebook, right? And you are going to make a list of names. If you pick 20, I want you to write 20 names down. If you pick 50, 50 names down. 100, write 100 names down, okay? You're going to get a notebook and you're going to keep track of who you're talking to. So day 1, you could start it tonight. Heck, it's only almost 10. Who cares, right? You are committed to your goals. You have a huge why. You have a bonus that you want. We are all in this. So day 1 through 10, I'm just going to say 100. Okay, let's use 100 for easy math. Day 1 through 10, you're going to reach out to 10 people a day. So I'm going to write day 1. I'm going to write down those 10 people as I'm talking to them. The goal of those conversations with those 10 people is to get them to take a look at what I'm doing, to get them, added to the Discover Emers page, to get them to watch a video, to get them on the phone with me, to get them in a 3-way message, whatever it is, right? You're following up with those people continuously. Day 2, you're talking to 10 more people. Day 3, talking to 10 more people. Now, you still might be talking to people from day 1 and day 2, right? But each day, day 1 through 10, you're reaching out to 10 new people. At the end of those 10 days, you guys have talked to 100 people. How stinking cool is that? Now, on day 11, the second phase of this, day 11, you're going to go back to day 1, and anybody that's not highlighted or enrolled, you're going to reach back out to them. You're going to have a follow-up conversation with them. You're going to answer questions. You're going to get them in a 3-way message chat or 3-way call with an upline to validate this, right? So day 11, you're going to go back to day 1. Day 12, you're going to go back to day 2. Day 13, you're going to go back to day 3. Now that last phase, day 21 through 30, same thing. You're going to follow up. You're going to go back on day 21. You're going to go back to day 1. And all of those people that aren't in the system yet, it's game on, get them in. Follow up, make the ask, get them in. All right. So this is, like I said, a contacting push that I've watched. I've watched people that have enrolled and gone 1-star executive in the 30 days. I've watched people that have gone, that were already at like a 1-star executive level, go director in a 30-day push like this because they are in so much momentum and activity. Watch your business explode if you do this, all right? I'm here to tell you, if you do this and you commit to this, you are literally gonna watch your business take off and explode. I remember my husband saying one time about momentum. And if you take a train that's stopped and you put a brick in front of it and you turn the train on, it's going to stop, right? It has no momentum. It can't get started. But if you take that same train that is barreling down Mach 10 speed, going crazy fast, and you put a brick wall in front of it, it's going to bust right through it, right? If you guys are ready to experience massive amounts of growth, momentum, crazy, insane excitement into your organization, and you're stopped right now, you got to get started. This is the way to do that. Action, 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 right? So put one step forward and talk to those 10 people tonight. Talk to 10 more the next day. And you guys are going to see your business start picking up. Mark my words. If you're already barreling down the train and you're already in momentum, you guys, watch out. It's going to happen. Those of you that have just gone 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and you're like, man, I really would love to make a run for director, but I just don't know if it'll happen. Oh, you're going to go 1-star director. Like, if you do this and you commit to this, like, it's just going to be insane. Okay. So get an accountability partner, do it with your team. If you've got 3 or 4 people on your team that want to do this, you guys get in a group. You guys can, every day that you do yours, screenshot it, done for the day. So you guys have some accountability in there. If you're needing help with messages, you can screenshot it, throw it in the group chat and say, okay, guys, I just sent this message. I don't know what to say back, or, hey guys, I want to talk to my best friend, but I'm scared. Like, what would you say? You have people in your corner cheering you on. Okay. All right, guys, let's pick the bingo winners. So if you are not on Team Ignite and you want to hop off right now, totally get it. That's totally fine. But I am going to draw the winners for our team. So the first 3 people that got bingos are going to be getting a customized tumbler from me. So Brittany, Lupe, and Sarah Levenberg, you guys were the first 3 people to get the cup. Sarah, yes, the cup. All right. So now what I did is I took every single person that got a bingo and I put you in a raffle. So Amy, Derica, Allison, Angelique, Tammy, Heather, Brooke, Stormy, and Erin. Now, a few of you had 2 or 3 bingos, okay? So you guys are all in here right now. Let me make sure I only pick one winner. It's set 2, 3 right now. Okay, all right. So here we go. We're going to start the raffle. Derica, you're the winner. Okay, girlfriend, I will get in touch with you, but you get to either choose a free bag of tea or the $50 High Achiever Playbook Planner that's designed and made for network marketers, okay? So I will get with you and figure out what you want, but congratulations. That's super, super exciting. So reminder, guys, make sure you guys register for the Leadership Summit. It's going to be incredible. You are not going to want to miss it. And I look forward to talking to all of you very, very soon. Bye, everyone. Have a super good night.